you, Dwayne, for this opportunity to speak today. I'm always honored to network with some of South Georgia's best and brilliant business leaders. So thank you again for having me. But good morning, everyone. My name, of course, is Stephanie Bullard. I'm a business student graduate of Valdosta State University. I'm a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Jack and Jill of America, the Valdosta Junior Service League, and of course, a new member of the Southern Georgia Black Chamber. I'm a senior human resources manager for the state of Georgia for Mediacom Cable, and I have worked my way up in various HR roles in the Valdosta community, starting at Target in college. And recently, my role prior to this was at South Georgia Medical Center as an HR business partner. I'm a certified etiquette consultant, and I'm actively working on additional certifications as a lifelong learner and an avid reader. I'm also a golf mom, and I've been playing golf myself for about 2.5 years. So I hope to see all of you at that golf tournament. I already have my team of ladies ready to go. We might need to get some more lessons in for some of them who are there for the fun versus the golf. But we're going to be ready. We're going to have fun. And, at the end of the day, it's about supporting the chamber. So we're excited. However, for nearly a decade, I have taught etiquette across all age groups, from children to adults. Oh, there I am. Combining modern relevance with timeless grace. My background includes over 15 years, like I said, in HR management, but where I've seen firsthand how vital confidence, presentation, and social skills are in creating access to opportunities. So I created Etiquette and Grace in May of this year. This started, honestly, about 8 years ago. I've been teaching unofficially, but officially created Etiquette and Grace. And I've hit the ground running. So my purpose with Etiquette and Grace is to elevate how not just young people, but how people in general, see themselves, how they carry themselves, and how they present themselves to the world. I've taught dining and business etiquette classes at Brooks County, Turner, Lowndes, and Valdosta City Schools. I even had an opportunity to return to my alma mater, Valdosta State University, to teach at the business campus. And I've taught at church groups for the youth ministry, women's ministries, sororities, fraternities, and other nonprofit mentorship organizations. However, today I'm here to talk about bringing Black Cotillions back to our communities, and specifically to Valdosta. So in 2009, Mrs. Estelle Rose organized the Hehira Lowndes Cotillion, and it was a tremendous successful event for many, many years. However, there was a little bit of a break, and it is my goal to bring that back. So I apologize, it's so dark in here. It's about to rain, and I have my windows open, but it's still really dark. But I'm going to share a video. Am I able to share? I think
yes,
so.
You should be able to.
The 1950s and 60s, when America refused to see Black dignity, our communities created it anyway. Cotillions and debutante balls weren't just about impressing white society. They were about crowning our youth before the world could label them anything different. They weren't just parties, they were rite of passage ceremonies. We created safe, structured places for Black excellence to flourish, and gave our daughters and sons grace, purpose, and poise in a hostile world. To walk in a cotillion meant months of preparation: how to stand, how to speak, how to lead with confidence. Boys were taught respect. Girls were taught strength dressed in grace. It was refinement as rebellion. The classes taught social skills, self-worth, and confidence, often led by elders, church leaders, and educators, which ended in a grand ball, not for wealth, but for pride. Cotillions gave our communities a space to celebrate what the world ignored: our elegance, our education, our next generation. Each bow, each dance was a declaration. We are not invisible. We are not ashamed. We are everything they said we couldn't be. We showcased our college-bound youth, and they were sponsored by organizations like the Links, Jack and Jill, AKAs, and the Deltas. Families saved for these events because it meant legacy. These events didn't just end with the dance. They formed lifelong friendships, mentorships, and confidence that lasted into adulthood. They were how Black families quietly said, "You are royalty, even if the world forgets to call you that." Black Cotillions weren't just about pretending to be elite. They were about reclaiming dignity in the face of exclusion. And even now, that slow dance, that curtsy, that glide across the floor, still whispers the same message: you are more than worthy of the world's respect. Start by respecting yourself.
I came across this video of this young man talking about the importance of bringing back, here we go, I'll stop sharing. bringing back Black Cotillions and how it restored just that sense of dignity to our young people. Like I said, I've been teaching etiquette for a long time, and I do see that it is something that we are losing slowly in our communities, in our schools and restaurants, sometimes at church. I have an opportunity to speak with a gentleman about bringing back church etiquette as well. So I'm kind of interested to see how and where that goes. However, like I said, Mrs. Stell Rose here in Valdosta, Georgia, established and with an amazing group of committee members in 2009, the Hayhauer Lowndes Cotillion. And she and I have been speaking over the past couple of months, and it's something that I'm excited about bringing back. So the cotillion, of course, is more than just a fancy dress and a waltz. It was one of the few spaces where young people, young women, I'll just say young Black women to be specific, were celebrated in their full dignity. And it was a rite of passage, a place where excellence was nurtured and Black culture was honored. In today's world where screen time is often defining their self-worth and a fast-paced culture has eroded, these traditions, our youth needs something that's anchored, and cotillions do just that. They do teach confidence in public speaking, respect and decorum, philanthropy and leadership. So I am helping parents and the community raise some confident, respectful, and well-mannered children through engaging etiquette programs that will teach some lifelong social skills. So from table manners to public speaking and digital decorum, these classes will create self-esteem, build self-esteem, leadership, and grace in our children. So I've been teaching etiquette. I'm a certified etiquette consultant. And of course, I have the business etiquette side from being a senior human resources manager. I have a personal connection with Toastmasters. My dad is a former regional director for Toastmasters here in South Georgia. So it's kind of hard for me to not have that connection to being cognizant of how I carry myself. My mom is also an English teacher. I love when people ask me, where am I from? And I'm like, I'm from Georgia, but it helps that my mom is an English teacher. So we are currently seeking high school, junior, and senior young ladies to take part in this event. Like I said, it's more than just a formal celebration. It's a cultural rite of passage that emphasizes leadership, character, academic achievements, and refined social etiquette. So some of the workshops that we will be doing, of course, will be the modern and traditional etiquette, dining and social skills, public speaking and confidence building, which will include how to walk properly. A lot of our children, have their heads down when they're walking, unfortunately. Community service and cultural awareness, physical and mental health, college application and scholarship preparation, and of course, the power of the Black dollar and entrepreneurship, just to name a few. It'll culminate in a formal presentation in the spring of 2026, where the debutantes will be celebrated before their family, friends, and leaders from across South Georgia. So, of course, I would love your support in identifying young ladies from your church, your community, or organizations who would benefit from this and who would enjoy this experience. Our goal is, of course, just to nurture the next generation of poised, empowered, and community-minded young women. My information, and I will put it in the chat as well, you can contact me directly. I have a business number. Of course, I work throughout the day, so I'll have to answer it during breaks. It is 229-561-8880, or you can email me at etiquetteandgraceacademy@gmail.com. I've been excited about making some amazing partnerships along the way. The International League of Cotillions will be doing a presentation at our interest meeting on August 24th at 5 p.m. at the Valdosta City Hall Annex. And they will kind of go through the history of Black cotillions in the U.S., where we were, where we're at, and where we're going. Another partnership that I'm excited about is with the 100 Black Men of Valdosta. We will be using their home for our workshops leading up to the ballroom classes that the children will be taking, which will shift to a different location, of course, to accommodate the space. Let's say a young lady or gentleman can't get into one of the classes before August 24th. That's fine. I can, meet with them personally, but the first meeting will be on September the 28th. And then the classes will run until, like I said, March. and the Cotillion will be at the end of March. We were talking about, getting dressed up for the chamber gala, but I think it's also important that our young people have an opportunity to also dress up and remember who they are. And, as I tell my child, whose you are. So this is an excellent opportunity. I'm very excited. I set a goal last year, and I'm wrapping up, that I wanted to reestablish this, not just in Lowndes County, but to bring this back to South Georgia. And I was very excited. I got a call last night for a neighboring county that wants me to assist them with bringing it back for them as well. So I'm excited. If you're in a county that's not Lowndes County, let me know. I'll be excited to assist bringing that back for you as well. August 24th at 5 p.m. at the Valdosta City Hall Annex will be the interest meeting. I'm looking forward to seeing junior, senior young ladies. We will be at some point, if they don't have an escort, I'll be reaching out to find some young gentlemen who will assist. So yes, let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. So, I know that the people on the call, and especially between, I see Brother Rico Ramsey and Dr. Thomas, Ms. Cheek. I mean, we got a host of people that I know can drum up some youth that should and will be involved in this. So thank you for what you're doing with Etiquette and Grace Academy.
Thank you, Dwayne.